Alright, y'all, man, it's your boy Humboldt 2 times for me. Back in that video, man, for me. Follow the Instagram at Humboldt 2 times. Now, look, just today's topic, we're talking about you are not delusional. Now, look, for today's video, I want to give a huge shout out to the Most High in general for everything. I'm also giving a huge shout out to myself as well for wanting to receive this good information and give out this good information as well. I'm also giving a huge shout out to the Most High for giving these amazing downloads and dropping this amazing good information on me, feel me, etc. I'm also giving you a shout out to the Most High for everything, always. I'm also giving you a shout out to everyone and to y'all. Y'all literally take energy out of y'all's day to come rock me, show love, support, you feel me? I appreciate y'all, man. I love y'all so much more and love deeply. You feel me? Also, I'm sending good positive energy towards everyone always. Also, if you want to do a one-on-one consultation with me, just DM me on my Instagram at HumbleAli2times. I'm saying more times. If you want to do a one-on-one consultation with me, just DM me on my Instagram at HumbleAli2times. Also, if y'all want to follow the TikTok, y'all can. Y'all don't have to. It's all good. But I've been going live pretty consistently every day on TikTok. I've been tapping into my chi, telling real information as well, right? What I mean by tapping into my chi, right? I be moving tinfoil, you know what I'm saying? Tapping in with my energy, trying to get the tinfoil to move, right? Etc., right? And I recently hit over 2,000. I recently hit 2,000 followers on there, and I recently hit over 2,000 followers. So much gratitude. Appreciate y'all, man, deeply. You feel me? Gonna keep grinding, man. Only going up, man. Simple. I appreciate myself. I appreciate all y'all, man. I appreciate the Most High, the universe, etc., man. Always, deeply. You feel me? You know what I mean? So yeah, y'all want to go watch me live, because I've been going live every day on there, right? Y'all can. If not, that's cool. You feel me? My TikTok, one of my TikToks is Humble Ali 2 times with 3 X's. I'm gonna say it again. It's Humble Ali 2 times with 3 X's. Let's go ahead and get more deep into the video. You are not delusional. Now, what do I mean by you're not delusional? What I mean by you're not delusional is that, bro, you're not delusional. You just see things in a different perspective, in a different aspect. You see things differently, bro. Just because you see things differently, just because you experience things differently, just because you feel things in a different internal and external way, that doesn't necessarily mean that you're delusional, right? I think a lot of times we don't really know what delusional is. For an example, delusional could be like, let's say somebody just smacked you in the face and you're sitting here like, nah, I didn't get smacked in the face. But deep down inside, you know that you just got smacked in the face. Now that might be a term of delusional. And I'm just giving an example, y'all. I don't wish any negative energy on anybody. I don't wish anything either, right? And I'm not trying to mean or anything like that when I say that, right? I made a video a while back talking about wishing. But look, what I want y'all to understand and overstand is that now this is an example of not being delusional, right? Man, I feel like the world, like let's say for example somebody's like, man, I feel like the world is a matrix. Like we're in like maybe like something like a video game. That isn't being delusional. That's seeing things with a whole different perspective than what a lot of people would look at life. Right? That's not being delusional. So if you're looking outside of the box, what I mean by outside of the box is that if you're looking and seeing things and doing things a lot differently than what a lot of people would do, you may not necessarily be delusional, right? For an example, right? You can love somebody deeply, but it's imperative to know what is really going on. In other words, it's imperative to know what reality actually is and what's really going on and what's really taking place. You see what I'm saying? Rather than what you may think you may want it to be. You feel me? I'm not trying to mean or anything like that. Respect for all due respect. So a lot of times where you're not delusional, right? You just see things differently, bro. I said this before, y'all. A lot of times, bro, people love to project, right? People love to project positive energy. People love to project negative energy, right? People love projecting, right? People love projecting. So you could have been walking, you could have had your hair a certain way, and that woman, she could have once had her hair a certain way. And now she might start projecting and be like, man, hey sis, I love your hair, right? That she's projecting because she might be projecting that's what you can call a positive projection, right? There's duality in everything, y'all, right? And then here's a negative projection. Because when you're projecting, you're sending out something. You can send out positive energy and negative energy. There's duality in everything. You see what I'm saying? So look, right? So, like, you see what I'm saying? So what I want in a negative projection would be like, let's say you tell your boyfriend, right? yo, I'm starting my nail company business. You know, and it's going well so far. And he's on the phone and he's like, he starts laughing like, man, if you don't just go get a regular job, you know you can't do that. You know you can't work on your own business. He's really projecting. He really probably wants to run his own business maybe, but he may just not feel like he can do it. Right? See, a lot of times when people feel like they can't do something, they want others to feel the same way, or even maybe worse than what they may be feeling. Right? Maybe respectfully, I do respect. So another thing is too, right, is that you are not delusional, right? If you see something different, you see something different, right? And when I say you're not delusional, I'm talking to the people who's actually not delusional, not trying to be mean or anything like that at all. Respectfully, all due respect. But yes, though, you are not delusional. You just see things differently. I've said this before, y'all. Everybody's energy is different, bro. You feel me? Like, everybody sees things and views things differently, bro. Like, for an example, right? For an example, right? Everybody's energy is different. Everybody views things differently. For an example, right? If you went to school, right, your teacher may have did this with you, right? Like, the teacher would be like, all right, y'all, I'm gonna tell y'all, we're gonna pass around, we're all gonna say the same word. The word is going to be apple. And then y'all are all in a circle. Y'all are whispering in each other's ear, apple, apple. And then at the end of the circle, the person might say a cat or something. Like something that has nothing to do with an apple, right? Everybody has different energies, right? Everybody hears things. Everybody feels things. Everybody sees things differently. So no, you are not delusional. You're just different. And there's nothing wrong with being yourself. Everybody is different in their own way, in their own unique, beautiful way. You see what I'm saying? So I don't want anybody to feel like there's a problem or an issue with being yourself. There's never a problem or issue with being yourself, right? It's very important to be yourself. When I'm talking to myself as well, when I just said that, it's very important to tap in with yourself. You know, it's very important in my opinion. Respectfully, all due respect. But if you are going to do that, I definitely recommend going at your own pace. You feel me? Right? So you are not delusional. Right? You see things differently. You feel things differently. That is not being delusional. Right? You are not delusional. You are a person that is very big on faith. You are a person that does not give up. Right? If Naruto would have given up and would have thought he was delusional, would he have became Hokage? Right? People didn't think a lot of people didn't think he was going to become Hokage. But guess what? He became Hokage. He continued to have faith. Right? Even when the odds may have seemed like they was not on Naruto's side, right? But Naruto consistently had faith, and guess what? He became the Hokage. You see what I'm saying? See, in these shows, in these animes, they teach you about faith. They may not verbally say the word faith in the anime or in the show, but in the energy, how the character carries themselves, how they move, they show faith. Faith is very big, y'all. Faith is a very strong energy, right? So, you know, you're not delusional. You just have faith. You're very strong when it comes to faith. You're what I mean by you're very strong in faith is that you have very strong energy towards faith. You see what I'm saying? And a lot of people, right? A lot of people, you know, they may not believe in faith, right? They may not think faith is real, right? And the reason why they may not think faith is real is because of experiences that they may have experienced in life, etc. Maybe, right? I'm not trying to be mean or nothing like that, you feel me? But I want y'all to understand, I always say that, yes, you are not delusional. Everybody is different. Everybody sees things differently. Everybody's energy is different. People's energy can be similar, but for an example, right? Let's say somebody is just trying to be somebody so bad, right? No matter how much they try to be this person, it's like, dang, they do kind of sound like them, they dress like them, they kind of look like them, but the energy is just different. What I mean by the energy is different, they're still different. Like, no matter how much somebody may try to copy somebody, it's always going to be something to where they're still different. Why? Because it's different energies, bro. No matter how hard you try to be something that you're not, or trying to be someone, you'll never be able to truly be them because that's not who you truly are. That's not who you're truly meant to be. You see what I'm saying? If you was meant to be that person, then you would have been that person. You're meant to be you. the real you. You see what I'm saying? Respectfully, all due respect. But look, man, I hope you have females and males enjoyed today's video. I catch y'all females and males on the next one, man. Peace.